We only got one game on the ice tonight, but we still found a way. I still found a way to find two bets for you guys. So let's start off with the over-under. I got for the Kings versus Canucks over 6.5 at -105 on DraftKings. Vancouver has the fifth worst goal allowed through 60 in the last 6 games with 3.79. It's going to be Spencer Martin in between the pipes most likely, but even if it's Thatcher Demko, that's totally fine too. He has a 3.5 GAA in 6 starts this year. Cal Peterson on the other end, he had a really good game against the Edmonton Oilers on Wednesday. But besides that, overall this season hasn't been that sexy. He has a 3.2 GAA in 7 starts, and he also got pulled from one of those games as well in the first period. I don't really believe in Cal Peterson. What I really like, though, the goalies are something that I like, but what I really like is the special teams in this game. There's going to be a lot of special teams. The Kings lead the league in power play opportunities. The Canucks are 10th in power play opportunities. Both teams are finding a way to draw penalties. Vancouver is 5th in power play percentage and scoring on 29.5% of their power play. So I really just like that. Not only are they getting the opportunities, but they're putting the puck in the back of the net. Both teams are top 6 in power play goals. So the Kings are even doing that as well. And on top of all that, you got both these teams in the bottom 8 when it comes to PK percentage. So Vancouver's getting the opportunities. They're putting the puck in the back of the net. And on top of that, the Kings are allowing a lot and Vancouver's allowing a lot. There's going to be a lot of power play opportunities in this game, which is going to result in a lot of scoring. So I really love the special teams when it comes to that. And also that you got 2 goalies in there that aren't Andrei Vasilevsky. You know what I mean? You got 2 goalies that are kind of backups in my mind. So I really like that. The Kings have covered this particular over in 4 of their last 8 games, which isn't great. But you look at Vancouver, they've covered in 7 of their last 8. Yeah, that's right. 7 of their last 8, they've covered this 6.5. Most of that is on the road because if you look at overall these teams, the Canucks are actually number 1 in the league when it comes to covering the over, but they dropped to 20th when it comes to covering it at home. The Los Angeles Kings are 4th in the league in covering their over. They actually bump up to 2nd when it comes to covering on the road this season. Everything's just adding up for me. I feel like the books are kind of disrespecting this one a little bit. I think just because of the game that Cal Peterson just had against Edmonton. Even with that, man, he's got to show me multiple times, not just have one good outing for me to be scared to take this. So I'm loving this. Kings and Canucks over 6.5 at -105. Let's move on to the same game, but a player prop. I got Gabriel Velarde over 2.5 shots on goal at -110. This is also on DraftKings. 9 of 15 guys on the first line have hit this versus Vancouver in the last 5 games. And, even the guys that haven't hit this over 2.5, they're getting hooked. Most guys are getting hooked at 2 when it comes to this top line. Velarde has played on the first line. I believe pretty much all season, at least the last 10 starts that I could see. So I think we can safely say that Gabriel Velarde is going to be playing on the top line for the Los Angeles Kings. Again, why I love this, talked about it again, the special teams opportunities, the power play opportunities. Velarde is going to have a lot of space potentially to get pucks on net, not a lot of bodies in front if they're on the power play a lot. He is on the ice for 52.6% of the team's power plays per game. I don't know. He's only hit this in 2 of the last 5 games. I think that's why it's at -110. But even with that, I think with the offensive opportunity that the Kings are going to see, both teams are going to see. The Canucks are 14th in the NHL in shots against through 60 the last 6 games as well. Give me Gabriel Velarde at over 2.5 shots on goal at -110 on DraftKings. Let's move on to the NBA. I got Jaylen Brown at over 24.5 points at -105 on DraftKings. Brown has hit this in 4 of his last 6 games. The Pelicans, they got the 5th worst 2-point percentage D in the NBA, giving up 56.4% inside the arc, and 65.1% of Jaylen Brown's shots this season come from within. So that speaks for itself. The Pelicans just allowed DeMar DeRozan to shoot 73.3% from the field the other day. That was his second highest total of the season. Pelicans are just allowing so much inside Jaylen Brown. I feel like he's going to get to wherever he wants to go in this game. I just hope that Jason Tatum doesn't steal the volume of shots that the Celtics are going to get. That's the only thing that concerns me. But even with that, this is a two-headed monster. They both can score 30 in a game. So give me Jaylen Brown over 24.5 points at -105 on DK. Our last one, I got Jalen Brunson, another Jalen, at over 6.5 assists at +100 on DraftKings. Brunson's hit this in 4 straight games. I have no idea why this is at +100. Brunson's hit this in 4 straight games, and the Golden State Warriors give up the 4th most assists per game. They've allowed 6 guards in the last 5 games to hit this total. Jalen Brunson's going to be the guy leading the way. He's going to have to be the one to keep this team in it, get everybody involved to stay in this game against the defending NBA champions. I just don't understand this. 4 straight games. Golden State's given up a lot of assists. They're letting point guards just destroy them when it comes to just picking them apart with passes. And this is at plus odds. I'm smashing this, man. Give me Jalen Brunson over 6.5 assists at +100 on DK. So that's been this November 18th. This has been Booksmart, and I'll talk to you guys later.